Could be a 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars. A tiny 1-cent coin, the 2009 Presidency Lincoln penny, could be worth $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 or more if it has one of several rare mint errors hiding in plain sight. In today's episode, we'll uncover white heavy checkmark, the presidency design and what makes it special. White heavy checkmark, the fascinating backstory of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial series. White heavy checkmark and real auction prices collectors have paid. White heavy checkmark, the most valuable errors worth serious money. Magnifying glass tilted right, stick around till the end to see a $20,000 sale you won't believe. In 2009, the U.S. Mint celebrated the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. Even though billions were made, certain errors make a few of these coins extremely rare and highly collectible. Let's break them down. Double die obverse, DDO. Minor doubling, $200 to $550. Die cracks / die breaks, CUDs. Money bag value, $100 to $500. Large, dramatic CUDs equals $2,000 plus. Strong DDO, certified $2,500 to $5,000. Double die reverse, DDR. Money bag DDR coins in high grade have sold for $2,000 to $7,000 at auction. Struck on wrong planchet. Value, $2,200 to $20,000 or more, especially in mint condition. Missing clad layer, copper planchet. These sell from $500 to $1,900, depending on condition. Off-center strikes. 50% off-center with full date, $1,200 to $3,500. Collision. People are getting real money for these coins. One lucky seller even scored $20,000 plus for a wrong planchet strike found in circulation. Features the unfinished Capitol dome, unique among U.S. coins. Part of the historic Bicentennial Lincoln series. Has multiple high-value error types, limited to 1 year only, never produced again. Rare proof versions and high grades are in huge demand. What if I told you that a plain-looking 1964 SMS Lincoln penny, one that you might pass by without a second thought, could be worth up to $120,000? How to tell if your 1964 SMS penny is one of the most ultra-rare and most expensive examples. The secret government origin story behind this coin. And how collectors are paying $30,000, $60,000, even over $120,000 at auction. Let's uncover a modern coin mystery worth a small fortune. What is an SMS coin? Special Mint Set explained. SMS stands for Special Mint Set, which lies between a regular business strike and a proof coin. White heavy checkmark features of an SMS coin, semi-proof-like surfaces with mirror-like fields. Sharper details than normal circulation coins. No mint mark on 1964 pennies, struck in Philadelphia. Often struck using fresh dies and higher pressure. But somehow, a handful of 1964 Lincoln cents with these features escaped into the wild. Light bulb. Think of SMS coins as high-quality experimental strikes that were never supposed to circulate. PCGSSP 68 plus RD private sale estimate, $120,000 plus. PCGSSP 68 RD Heritage Auctions 2019 $31,200, PCGSSP 66 RD Great Collections 2023 $8,812, PCGSSP 67 RD Legend Rare Coin Auctions 2020 $15,000. These coins are not just rare, they're ultra desirable among top-tier collectors. And if you think $50,000 is insane, know that some experts believe a flawless SP69 could hit $130,000 plus in the future. Why is it so valuable? Extreme rarity, historical crossover between proof, SMS, and circulation coins. Mystery origin, adds collector allure. Auction scarcity, demand exceeds supply. Collectors will always pay huge premiums for coins that, white heavy checkmark, have government secrets attached. White heavy checkmark are unlisted in most people's collections. White heavy checkmark are nearly unknown. If you have a 2009 formative years Lincoln Bicentennial penny, it might be worth a fortune. This is not just any penny, it's part of a special series made to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. Especially if it has one of several valuable mint errors hiding in plain sight. In this episode of Top X Coins, we'll reveal white heavy checkmark and how you can spot one in your change. White heavy checkmark: why the formative years design matters, the story behind the 2009 penny. White heavy checkmark: the rare error coins worth $1,000 to $10,000 plus. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released 4 commemorative reverse designs for the Lincoln cent, each showing a different stage of Lincoln's life. These are the error coins and varieties collectors hunt for. Top examples in MS-67 or MS-68, $3,000 to $7,000. Fire double die reverse, DDR, extra fingers error. Raw coins with minor doubling, $100 to $550. Strong DDR, graded $500 to $3,000. Obverse doubling, DDO, money bag. Strong DDOs can sell for $300 to $1,000, depending on condition. Clipped planchet. Value, $100 to $500 depending on size and condition. Die cracks / cuts. Value, $30 to $750 plus for dramatic die breaks. Off-center strikes, 10 to 20% off-center, $100 to $350. Money bag 50% off-center with full date, $500 to $2,500. Struck on wrong planchet. Money bag value, $1,500 to $6,500 plus depending on the planchet and condition. Where to sell your valuable 2009 penny, white heavy checkmark coin shows and dealers, in-person valuation. White heavy checkmark heritage auctions, top for rare varieties. White heavy checkmark eBay, great for raw or certified coins. White heavy checkmark great collections, trusted by collectors. White heavy checkmark Reddit / Facebook collector groups, coin community sales. That could your 2009 professional life penny bicentennial be worth thousands of dollars? Money bag: you might be holding a coin that collectors are paying $2,000, even up to $10,000 for, and you wouldn't even know it unless you knew where to look. In this episode of Top X Coins, we're diving into the 2009 professional life Lincoln penny, one of the most overlooked coins in circulation, but one that hides some of the most valuable mint errors ever released. White heavy checkmark: the penny's history. White heavy checkmark hidden double die errors. White heavy checkmark rare examples that sold for thousands. White heavy checkmark: how to tell if your penny is a jackpot. The U.S. Mint released 4 special reverse designs on the penny. Each one shows a key phase in Lincoln's life, in 2009, to mark the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These are the errors and varieties that separate pocket change from auction-worthy treasures. Double die obverse, DDO. Doubling on the date, 2009. Value, $300 to $1,200, depending on condition. Double die reverse, DDR. Minor doubling, $50 to $500. Strong DDR, graded $550 to $1,500. High-grade DDR, MS-67 plus $3,000 to $7,000. Off-center strikes. If off-center 20 to 50% with full date, worth $300 to $1,700. Struck on wrong planchet, value, $2,000 to $7,000 plus depending on the error. Die cracks / cuts / rim errors. Value, $50 to $500, based on severity. Clipped planchet. Value, $100 to $750 depending on size and placement. The 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial log cabin penny, but that's a huge mistake. Why? Because rare errors and high-grade examples of this exact coin are selling for thousands of dollars at auction, right now. The year 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint released 4 new reverse designs for the Lincoln cent, each one representing a stage of Lincoln's life. Here's where it gets exciting. Certain mint errors and varieties turn this common coin into a collector's dream. Off-center strikes, small off-center, 5 to 10% $50 to $375. Large off-center with full date, $300 to $1,250. Double die reverse, DDR. Minor doubling, $50 to $300. Strong DDR in MS66 plus grade, $100 to $2,500 plus. Double die obverse, DDO. Money bag high-grade examples can go for $350 to $1,200 plus. Clipped planchet. Money bag typical value, $100 to $750. Die breaks/cuts. Depending on size, these can bring in $100 to $500. Struck on the wrong planchet. Value can exceed $5,000 to $12,000 depending on grade and visibility. Money bag where to sell your 2009 era penny. White heavy checkmark heritage auctions, for coins worth over $1,000, eBay, use, buy it now, or auctions. White heavy checkmark. White heavy checkmark Facebook coin groups, real buyers, real feedback. White heavy checkmark local coin shops, if you know your coin's value. Great collections, trusted for mid to high-end coins.